Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Sophie Morgan was visibly upset after an Uber driver made an ableist comment about her. The television presenter, 39, shared a video on her Instagram on Tuesday detailing an offensive interaction she had with a taxi driver. In another video, the disability campaigner informed the driver that he shouldn't ask passengers with disabilities what's wrong with them and told him that his comments could be quite offensive. She captioned her post, "And I was having such a good day as well." The star, who was visibly frustrated, added that she hoped her explanation would stop the driver asking other people asking similar questions in the future. In a video first shared to her Instagram story and then shared as a post, Sophie looked upset and frustrated as she put her head in her hands and took a deep breath. She wrote, POV, "The Uber driver asks you what's wrong with you as soon as you get in the car, then he says you are the second patient he'd driven today. When you try to correct him and he ignores you and says mad props for getting out the house though." She also shook her head in disbelief, gritted her teeth and widened her eyes in shock at the camera. In a separate video, posted to her Instagram story, Sophie challenged the Uber driver about his remarks. She said, "Just so you know, when you carry people in your car who have got a disability, you shouldn't ask them straight away what's wrong with them." The Uber driver then apologized before Sophie continued to explain that it could be offensive. She said, "It's kind of just so you know, because you never know what might have happened to them. It could have been a traumatic injury. It could be something they don't want to talk about, and people's medical history is private. So it's just a nice thing to either not ask, or if you are having a conversation with someone, then ask when it might feel appropriate, but take the steer from the person because otherwise it can be quite offensive, just so you know." To which the Uber driver replied, "Got you, my apologies." Supporters flooded the comments with support and shared their own experiences. One said, "The what's wrong with you question I'll never understand. They wouldn't ask a stranger in a doctor's waiting room what's wrong with them. So why is it okay for them to ask our personal medical information?" While another said, "My son has that the whole time from Uber drivers. He bloody hates getting an Uber. He will literally take 3 or even 4 buses rather than get an Uber. What is wrong with them?" Not all, of course, but 70% of the time. The former Loose Women presenter is a vocal campaigner against ableism and was recently branded a troublemaker by airline bosses after campaigning to improve air travel for disabled people. The presenter, who was paralyzed from the chest down after a car accident, is spearheading a campaign called Rights on Flights. She is calling on the UK government to make using aeroplanes more accessible for disabled people after Sophie's wheelchair was broken 3 times in just 1 year while flying. She is fighting to give the disabled community more rights on airplanes after her Channel 4 documentary Sophie Morgan's Fight to Fly, which aired on Monday evening, exposed the inhumane ways wheelchair users are treated on board. She said, "If I go back, the main reason I got into television is because when I became disabled when I was 18, I realized then how overlooked our lived experience is by other people. I found myself constantly looking around me and saying, does everybody know that this is what we have to deal with?"